Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall.
Soon, East Germans themselves overwhelmed their communist rulers. But tearing down the Berlin Wall, contrary to common belief, did not happen overnight.
I have photographs of me walking along the wall where there were huge holes in the wall, and yet there were still guard dogs on the other side.
That's eyewitness to history Craig Urquhart, who was in Berlin exactly 20 years ago as the longtime personal assistant of Maestro Leonard Bernstein. Craig recalls the very moment of real German freedom.
It was Christmas Eve that we were in Berlin for Leonard Bernstein's historic Freiheit concerts, and we were having dinner. Somebody came running in and said the Brandenburg Gate is now open without pass control. So we just all got up, left, and walked through the Brandenburg Gate. And it's such a monumental occasion. That was probably the most formidable visualization of the division of East and West Berlin. There was this giant sign that said, "You are leaving the western sector," but there was no way you could leave it, and there were guard booths with snipers on both sides of the Brandenburg Gate.
East German snipers who, down the years, murdered 171 people scaling the wall. Now Berliners were rejoicing in disbelief. And so here is this great humanitarian, Leonard Bernstein. What was his gesture at the now crumbling wall?
We went to the Berlin Wall just behind the Reichstag, and he took a little hammer from a young boy, and he started chiseling away at the wall and gathering his own pieces of the Berlin Wall. Leonard Bernstein didn't believe in divisions. He found them personally reprehensible. In his own way, he took the Berlin Wall as a representation of this big divide in humanity. Us versus them, black versus white, communist versus capitalist. He took the world's issues very personally, and he took them on as his own. And he sincerely believed that the world could be a better place and that mankind could live together.
How about the concert day?
Christmas Day in Berlin was sunny, which is unusual for Berlin. It really was an ode to freedom. The whole day, the weather, the way the people felt. But it was this quiet solemnity that was over this whole city. And the only thing you really heard in Berlin was the sound of ching, 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 of the citizens of Berlin were all chipping away at it.
So gathered are orchestra members from the 4 occupying countries, England, France, Russia, and America. Bernstein added a children's chorus as a further symbol of hope. He made a major change to Beethoven's Ninth. The Ode to Joy became Ode to Freedom, from Freude to Freiheit in the finale. Craig, what was it like?
Being in the audience and experiencing that concert was unlike anything I've ever been in before. To be able to sit and really take in the fact that the Brandenburg Gate was open, Berlin was healing, the unification was going to take place. The audience sat in silent rapture, but they also sat in very profound thought. Many people were in tears. And it was just an amazing, joyous event. Everybody knew it was a very profound event and a very important statement of world peace. Is
there anything you would like people to know about Leonard Bernstein that is not widely known?
He called his mother every Friday night, no matter where he was, on Shabbat, to tell her he loved her. The sense of family was so important to him. And it wasn't just his private family, but it was this family of man that he celebrated so beautifully on Christmas Day in Berlin in 1989.
Well, Craig Urquhart, thank you.
Pleasure to be here and lovely to talk with you.
Craig Urquhart is vice president of the Bernstein office in New York. Even 20 years later, he cannot watch the new DVD of his very dear friend Lenny Bernstein conducting this milestone Beethoven's Ninth concert. The following year would see the passing away of Russian communism and Maestro Bernstein, the end of a major era in politics and culture. For KUNC, I'm Peter Johnson.